I think the Invitational means a lot to everyone that attends it. I mean, we won it last time, so to us, obviously, it means that we need to take it again. We don't aim to come second, we don't aim to go out in semis or anything like that. We aim to win it, but the tournament itself, it just means everything to every player that comes here. It's the biggest tournament, it's the most important tournament, and it gives you the most money.
Invitationals it's the major of Siege. So the teams that go here do not get here for cheap. They do not get here for free. They don't get lucky. They don't have like other teams performing worse than them. It's every single team performing the best that they absolutely can. And on top of that, it's also in Montreal. It is like near the headquarters of Ubisoft. It is where it all started. And this is like the traditional thing that if you've been here before, you want to go here again. And if you haven't been here before, you want to go there for the first time because that's where you set your mark as like legends, so to speak.
My role in the team is I'm the co-coach and analyst for G2. It was always like a dream to work with, like alongside this roster with Fabian, Chaz, Goga, Kanto and the others. I used to be a player before. 5 months ago I decided to start coaching because I realized I'm not good enough to play on like an international level. Chaz used to be my coach when I was a player, so that's like kind of a triangle relationship. And yeah, now we are basically work together now.
I would say we're prepared. We're prepared for every situation there is. Of course, we have stronger and weaker maps like everyone else does. Going into it, I think we expect ourselves to win every tournament we go into. So it's kind of like, even if we have a rough time in Pro League, that's not going to really affect us. It might affect some self-confidence, but other than that, like as a team, I don't think we have any doubts. We are not there to have fun, we're there to win. So no matter who we play against, we're going to go in there with the mentality to crush them 7-0, 7-0.
From Mantis.
And here's the thing, is that Mantis is consistently starved for information, largely off of their own tooling. That's a fadeaway if I've ever seen one. Kanto, oh my god. Kanto on an operator that's not Ash. Oh, a beautiful shot from Goga. Hedy plays right into the hands of the Thermite. And Goga's in. He's in bathroom. He's gonna see Nova. Drops one, looking for another. Envy Taylor frags out onto Fabian. Kanto takes one down. Jonas eliminates Nelio. G2 starting to fire things up, as now Envy Taylor will try to grab one, but can't grab Kanto Raketti.
Totally reasonable strategy, but it's going to be Goga to get the shot onto Sweet Black. He also thermites Church Wall. This is an old strategy. The shotgun doesn't work out for Hedy.
He'll just sit in a really nice spot with nobody able to push him. Say goodbye to the mute. Kanto takes out Sweet Black. Fabian's still biding his time. There come the pings, and oh! Fabian gets one. Kanto, one of his own opponents. It's gonna be the Alda. Oh, looking for one. It's a volley as G2 picks up 3 kills. And Hedy and Sweet Black will need to keep this even. Goga takes out one, and there he goes. Jonas with the final kill. And they survive an absolute scare as they tip their hats to their Korean counterparts.
So we have the difficulty to read the opponent at first in Clubhouse, for example. They were playing really scattered, in my opinion, that they were coming one by one from certain angles that are seen as odd, coming from EU meta. But we managed to do something. I don't still know which was the best adaptation from us, like to play more aggressive or to play more passive. I didn't personally figure it out ever, but we could take the win from overtime, and that's all that matters.
Going up against an APAC team can go either way. We've practiced them a lot during most events before, mostly because other teams kind of don't want to practice us because they see us as the main opponent, so they don't want to practice us, but APAC has always been happy to. So we've practiced a lot against, well, Mantis, Nora Rango, we've practiced a lot against. The APAC teams are getting better and better, and I think people are sleeping on APAC overall in its own regard. They're very top heavy though, so the teams that actually are here, they're good, but underneath that, it's not much to look out for.
I don't think there's much pressure now. I think we had the pressure in the beginning of the Pro League season, when then we played terribly, and now the pressure is kind of like, oh, now people are used to us losing or used to us drawing, so maybe the pressure is less now. We are still the reigning champions from previous Invitationals, which means that we need to maintain our title. I don't think the pressure is going to be anything in groups. I think that's going to be us and the opponent. I think maybe once we've proven ourselves and we can do well again and we get to quarterfinals, we have a crowd, you know, now people are like, oh, G2 is back now. It's just that they've been saving strats like they've been saying they have, you know, all those rumors. So maybe once we get to quarters, it'll change a little bit. But currently, I think the pressure that we have is from each other and ourselves, and not really from the outside, because we know more than other people do, because we are the ones, failing. We're the ones doing terribly in scrims and whatnot. So we kind of understand that it's not because necessarily that everybody's better than us, which some teams are, but it's us not living up to expectations. So if we can fill the gap, meet it halfway, our expectations get better. And then if other teams make a little bit of mistakes, then I feel like we can even the ground a little bit more.
The drone and wait for your allies to get into position before you start acting and aggressing into like a danger zone, let's say. I want us, simplified. I want us to also not overly criticize when something goes wrong. Do the best you can given the current situation. Don't have an emotional response. We're here to win, we're not here to be upset, okay?
Going to waste a decent amount of time from the post plant. Very minimum. They now have the 2 players to work with here. Corey, once again, looks to cut these players off as quickly as possible. Fail, no! Gets the better of him, as we do see him taking down Corey with the trade, but Goga on the flank knocks him out. There should be enough time for this defuse, and with that, we'll see G2 come out on top as Goga finishes off the final 1v1.
It's beautiful close here. SMG 11 in hand is Kanto to win it. My, KS's head was gonna get shot right off of his shoulder.
Have themselves, since they have this 5-2 lead, they're definitely gonna be feeling the capability to try riskier plays here. The drone is being knocked out so quickly. Possibility might be, there we go. That is a big one from Jonas on the 590, quickly making work of Krine with just a single hit. Rips is also knocked out a moment later, just like that.
Has to find him. There's still one more in the back, and I wonder if that's Kenta Ricchetti. No, he's actually closer up, and Pengu takes damage, but is still alive, and the Jaeger will actually go for the repeak. Fabian will find 1 kill, but he runs right into Rips, who looks into him and rips into him. Pengu will find the kill on Vale, as he'll be the one to finish him off, and Jonas for the last one to secure victory for G2. That's all she wrote. Round number 10, again, a 7-3 in both of our maps, Villa and Coastline. Victory for the reigning world champions of G2.
We know how to play Mockit. They also know how we play, but I think we can adapt better. I think it was a mix between good communication with the team, like we played together all the time, and I think we also had a good day, so that's good. The venue is actually amazing, and I feel the hype for this event when I went there and saw what kind of setup they have there. It's amazing. Now I have more confidence that we can win this whole event with the new team, and I just really hope that we can pull it off.
The opening ceremony and rehearsals, seeing the stage for the first time, today was actually, I think, the proudest moment I've had seeing the stage, because we walked in doing our photo shoot for ESL for the like opening pictures and whatnot, and we walked into the stage as Matt is doing the intro for all the teams coming in, and he starts with Fnatic, he goes EG, he goes Empire, and as we go in to take the pictures, he goes like Ferris Major champions, Pro League champions, World champions, G2, and I'm like, that's us. And then live orchestra is rehearsing at the same time, so we get live orchestra while Matt is doing the intro, while we're walking on the stage, and it feels like we're going in for the first time, but it's just rehearsals, it doesn't even matter. And I think getting that actually like experience before the main event itself is really nice, because we get a little bit of tears out and we get a little bit emotional. Now we've had a taste for it, and hopefully tomorrow we can keep it together.
The live orchestra playing the, I don't know if it's the Invitational soundtrack or just Rainbow Six soundtrack, but anyway, that is the, obviously it's like, touches me, because last time it was the same song and we won, and yeah, that's cool. We don't think it's that we accomplished something big yet until we win the tournament. We are well prepared for the next match, and I think we're gonna win, to be honest. While I'm also listening to the orchestra, and at the same time they're saying our team name and the player names, it actually gives me goosebumps.
I mean, no matter who we play, I will always think we're the best team in the world. Like, I will always say that everyone else is just not as good as we are. But I wouldn't say that there's no competition. If they have a good day, we have a bad day. Anything can happen. And we just misplay a map, and you know, all the pressure is on us all of a sudden. So, I don't know, I just think that if we prepare ourselves correctly and we go into the game with clear minds and we're prepared the way we should be, then we'll win every game we play. And I don't really care who we play in the semis or who we play in the final at all. I just think we'll beat them. Going into the SSG game, they're a good team. I think we're better.
A third for Bosco as he takes out Jonas. Bosco silenced, Challen goes down, Goga gets traded off by Rampy, and Fabian inside of Dirt will have 3 bodies to find. Adding to his stats, he'll take out Rampy. Diffuser going down from Redeemer. Where are you, Fabian? Can you get the place? It gets shot at the last second! An incredible opportunity from Thinking Nade, and Fabian is trapped in Dirt. Look left, look right, but you're not getting out of there alive. Thinking Nade propels us to the final round, 7-7. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we've got liftoff with Kanto in a 4v1 with 30 seconds to go. Fighting from behind the entire map. Is there gonna be a miracle? There won't be. There's a shutdown and they're fired up. Space Station will take their map. And we'll go on.
Only 3 seconds left, and it might be bad timing for Fabian, but it also might be the clutch, as now Redeemer is stuck in the plant, and he's gonna get eliminated. What a clutch from Fabian!
Of this hard destruction, Pengu takes out Redeemer, dives through the window and off the top ropes, picks up a double kill as he'll head for the hill. He's going to be felled by the clock. A couple bodies in a mirror window will stand in his way. Bosco coming on in. There's a push. He'll grab one, but pushed off by Pengu, and there you have it. Bosco so close. Oh, we don't really know exactly. Kanto Raketti gets Chala, and Goga is there, as now Bosco's primed and ready. Oh no, they run out of bullets at G2! Just punch on in, and we are dangerously close. Rampy knows it. Look at his face. Come on. It doesn't matter. G2 is there. Rampy, the impactless frag. He's upset. But G2 look to repeat, and they punch a ticket to the semifinals.
So the HC game was really tough. They played extremely well, and they play a playstyle that is something that we struggle with. We played Secret in Pro League, and it's like they play 4 guys inside, they play 1 guy roaming, and we just struggled to find the openings. And then we had a really tough time, like with each other, like the flow of the game and communication.
We weren't there as a team against SSG. We had our own struggles. We were fighting our own strategies, and then we had to still fight the opponent at the same time. So that was basically what went wrong there. I would like to say that we could have done it better, but again, we didn't, so it's kind of hindsighted thing to say.
We go to semis, we play similar maps, we play Clubhouse, and we just see an instant change of flow and communication and how we perceive the game. And we just seem like we need like a tough time and then figure stuff out and then play better. It's worked for us before and it worked for us this time again. And it's kind of like our evil circle that we have where we're really good and then it falls apart and then we have a hard time and then we get better and then rinse and repeat.
Take it, go. I'ma do it anyway. Put him in the dirt. Say it again, man, and that's a reverse. Never rehearse.
Trying to go for a second, but can't grab it as Pengu refrags. Walks right back in. One Pengu coming around the corner. He sees him. He knows exactly where he is, but he fails on the pre-fire. Still nails the last shots.
Pengu challenges though and gets another refrag. He's on top of things. Jonas is there to support, and from behind, he's going to eliminate Laxing, who is trying to flank Pengu, allowing for the plant. What a play from Jonas.
Pengu takes down Skies. It's a trade. C4 goes out, caught by Pengu. Fabian falls. Pengu doing so much work right now. He's got every kill except for one for his team on this round. Mark is currently being isolated himself from the site. There's so many marks for him to go in. Pardon the pun, a 4K by Pengu. What a play! And Goga missing the shots, but Pengu doesn't. Takes out Skies. Goga's there as well. And the clutch factor from G2 as it's on 0-0-0, and he falls off the plant. Match point for G2. Is Kanto to take out Mark. Still a lead in favor of G2, but this could go real bad. Fire blowing away, but Jonas looks the wrong way. One body drops. Fabian takes out Retro with that C4. As the two remaining members of Reciprocity will have to be as good in the clutch. Skies walks right in, finds a freebie on Jonas as Jonas is unable to get the disabled needed. Goga is down and Kanto realizes, hey, let's bring him back. It's a 3v1 now. Fabian can finally frag out, takes out Skies, and one kill away as there's Fabian. Handshakes all around, ladies and gentlemen, in the books. Clubhouse, G2 taken. The drone goes out from Skies as flank watches. He watches all the way in towards A. And thrown on the floor is Goga. He'll find another. Looking for a fourth. Goga, my. The man is unshakable playing.
Laxing will be on that detached solo roam as you discussed. It's going to be down in the blue bar. He's got the C4 and he can't be useful. He doesn't commit to that hole, and because of that, Jonas will not be caught off guard. What a call. That had to have been a teammate. Otherwise, excellent game sense from Jonas to allow for that to happen. And wow, man advantage now in favor of G2, and it's going to get even worse.
Pengu takes one down as Mark is there. Phone calls ringing. One body left. G2, there you have it. They'll repeat back to the grand finals. They have a chance to raise that hammer one more time. They want it. The Reciprocity's triumphant run comes to an end. It's going to be an all-EU final as the Russian squad of Team Empire will take on the reigning, defending world champions of G2
I'm broken. I can't. You're not broken. You're start it. Do it. Try to do it. Yeah. I can. I know how to do this. How is this so? It's so easy. I can do the first part. The problem I can do this. But okay, so boom, boom, and then this. You have 4 steps. Bam, boom. Oh, okay. Boom, boom. Hey, I'm doing it. No, you're not. You're doing it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah? Boom. Yeah. Boom. Fuck. And then you fuck on the other. By the way, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You think Goga, he's trying so hard to make it right too. Look at he's so stiff. He's so stiff. I'm so stiff as well. But it's Goga, the only thing he knows.
Defending the title was the only thing I wanted except for making quarters, because obviously if you don't make quarters, you don't get to play on stage. That sucks, right? Once we've made quarters, I'm like, okay, it doesn't matter to Galden semis, it doesn't matter to Galden quarters, we need to fight in the final, right? I can quote unquote lose the final and be happy, but not being able to fight for it would be terrible. And also if you look at last year, so this is our 3rd Invitationals, the first one EG won, the second one EG was in the final against us, so traditionally speaking, the winner has always fought for the title in every single major event so far. And it would be terrible if we couldn't. I mean, that would be the worst way to go out, because we'd be spoken of as legends, we'd be spoken of in the final, but we wouldn't be there to represent it. So going there was really means a lot.
Legends of Rainbow Six Siege that will never be forgotten. Here to hang on to that name and walk away as champions again. G2!
spot, but actually just inside of the building. Jonas is getting hit Shepard by Sunrise Bar. That was an excellent shot there. Team Empire going for a forced rotation, but Pengu's on top of it. It's just Karzeka. He's above. He'll have to retake onto 5, and he's not even gonna get one. G2, what a round.
Sunrise Foye. Shock will give his position away as he tries to go for a couple of hands to present themselves, but Pengu takes out Shock. It's 2v5. Are we finally going to have a thrilling conclusion here to map number 1? Goga just sitting and waiting, watching. He's got Kanto right next to him. Where are Scyther and Shepard? As they're going to have to hurry, but Shockwave already down. Scyther sprints right in, takes out one. He loses a bit of HP, but he's traded off, and there you finally have it. It might have taken 22 rounds.
Kantaketri setting up a C4, and he's gonna land it perfectly on top of East Stairs. 2 for him.
Small officers, which is where we currently see Jonas, but there's 2 for G2 in excellent position. Both Joystick and Karzeka fall, and it's A that is completely open. Shepard is seated, but Scyther will have to come on in. There goes Shock, and G2 are so close. They just have 2 more to find here on Empire, and a tall task for the Russian squad. And there you have it. Fabian takes 2. They call him the best player in the world. Well, in that position, he's not losing. And G2 will move to championship point, up 2-0. He's gonna peek out, but Goga just absolutely shuts him down. Karzeka with a longer range angle gets felled by Fabian, 2v3. Very good straight here for Team Empire, but that's a freebie as Fabian walks in, looks for another, can't land it on the castle, trying to finish him off. Pengu knows, and it's swung in favor as Joystick, who is so superbly talented as a player, will come on back. He's got those Habana holes being opened up, but he's shut down by Pengu, and G2 somehow managed. He needs to get into the site, and keep in mind, in a 4v1, they are the best team that has ever played Rainbow Six, and the first team to repeat as defending, reigning world champions. It doesn't matter the region, it doesn't matter the team, it doesn't matter the roster. They will find you and they will win. G2 take the Six Invitational 2019.
And that's 2 in a row for G2. Absolutely amazing. Just adding to their impressive list of accomplishments. Season 1, Season 4, Season 5, the second Invitational, the Season 8, the Paris Major, all of them.
The funny part is, like, people ask how it feels to be world champion and how it is to be like, oh, now you know you're the best. I've known we're the best all the time. It doesn't matter what people tell me. They can tell me, oh, you're 4th or whatever we are in Pro League. I couldn't care less. I know we're the best team when we need to be, and I know that no matter what I do, I have my second family behind me, and we want to win something, we'll do it.
I'm really happy that I finally got like the biggest tournament in my pocket. I was pretty sad last time when we went down in quarters, but well, now I have it.
It feels brilliant to join the club with the Doc, back-to-back world champion 2 times. I think our performance was 95%. I think we could actually bring a little bit more. I think Coast was an absolute slugfest, but it was an endurance match, and I don't think either team really brought their best. There's always mistakes that get made when the pressure's as high as it is.
It feels good. I'm really happy for what we achieved. Like we've been winning everything for the last 8 months, every single tournament, and yeah, now we have to get ready for the next one. I'm just happy.